are donations to pay for college.
Wait. We are change used to pay for college. Now, does this have anything to do with that?
You're right.
Yeah, does this have anything to do with the controversy about something along the lines of We Are Change funds being misappropriated? Is this kind of tied in with that same scandal?
You know, I didn't hear about that, but it sounds like it might be, given what misappropriation means. Explain to me a little bit, what was that?
Well, yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but there were people who were saying that essentially that Luke and some other people in We Are Change they're taking all these donations, they're doing some weird, shady things with the money, and I never had the chance to really look that in-depthly into it. I don't know how true or not true it was, but when you brought this article up, or the title of this article up, it just made me think of that.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's probably the same thing. You're online, you're looking at different stuff, you're looking into different researchers and different, whatever, and you get on these asides. Well, somehow I managed to come across this site called waronu.com, and I don't even think that I went to it because I thought it was interesting. I think I thought I saw something else. It doesn't matter. Long story short, I found the headline: Luke Rudkowski uses We Are Change donations to pay for college. This is written by somebody by the name of Louis B. of Crotch Shot Radio. For more than a year, we here at Crotch Shot Radio have been on a quest for transparency from the New World Order and from the 9/11 Truth Movement. Specifically, transparency from We Are Change New York when it comes to their finances. We fight corruption no matter what or who. We've been investigating We Are Change New York's practices with the finances since we had chapters deleted just for simply asking questions and demanding answers. Notably, We Are Change Latino and We Are Change Pennsylvania. The members of We Are Change New York have allowed Luke Rudkowski to become a dictator and have allowed him to overrule democratically voted will of the members of We Are Change. This breaks the rule of the code of conduct that is the leaderless movement. The members allow this because of fear of being ostracized by the group and falsely accused of being COINTELPRO. Makes sense to me. 2 weeks ago, Crotch Shot Radio got the financial receipts from Dallas Carter, who in turn gave them to us. These two images are merely a taste of more damning evidence to come. Number one, you can see that the only deposits are coming from We Are Change PayPal account. This is the money you donated going into his private bank account. Number two, then you see him paying for his college tuition at Brooklyn College, which is not We Are Change business. He has fought to have sole control of the finances of We Are Change. In addition, he has been blocking any inquiry into the finances. We are not saying Luke has not done any good. Of course he has. However, we cannot continue to ignore this obvious slap to the movement's face. He has been given massive amounts of trust and has been an inspiration to myself and to others. And we, again, must not mimic behavior of the New World Order, so there is no gray area here. There is black and white. Once you cross that line, you're automatically working for the enemy. We are 9/11 truthers, which means we are honest in our ways and must keep each other in check. Any abuse allowed is the same as taking part in it. And that's the post, and then they have two pictures of the actual form from J.P. Morgan Chase Bank officially with the letterhead on it, with highlighted PayPal transfer, PPID, PayPal 1, yada, 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 $5,000. Total deposits in addition, $10,000, because there are actually two deposits of $5,000. Then you see ATM, debit card withdrawals, card purchase, Brooklyn College tuition, Brooklyn, New York, card last four digits or whatever, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to give those out even though they're on the statement. And that's pretty much it. Then there's another one that says, the next paper is deposits and additions, PayPal transfer, PPID, yada, yada, yada. Same thing, and card purchase, Brooklyn College tuition.
So basically, I just want to get this straight. So basically, they have documented evidence indicating that they were using, or he was using, the PayPal account, for the We Are Change PayPal account, to pay for his own personal expenses for college. Is that accurate?
Not necessarily, and this is why, and this is where the situation actually gets complicated. And I want to preface this by saying I'm not defending anybody here up to and including Luke Rudkowski, because I myself question his behaviors and actions and whether or not he's on the take. So, that being said, basically what it is it's a receipt from Chase Manhattan Bank, and I don't know if you know how the chip-in works, but when you set up a chip-in account, what happens is you have to have a routing number and a bank or a bank account, whatever, for those funds to be deposited into.
Right.
Chip-in is a very universal thing. Anybody can collect money for anything on a chip-in. Somebody, like, if the chick wanted to, she could just put in a chip-in banner on her MySpace and be like, help me get breast implants or whatever, like something stupid.
Right.
Like, you could do that if you wanted to, and the money just goes right into your bank account. So, this is the deal. If Luke was smart enough, which obviously he wasn't, to set up a separate bank account with either a We Are Change name on it, or even a separate one is in his name, where like he could actually come out and defend the fact that he's being questioned about this, that would be one thing. But the point is that it's his personal bank account, and he could have two bank accounts if you wanted to. You can set up a separate account in your name. You don't have to have just one account. So he could have set up another account for We Are Change, or he could have simply come out immediately and said, I didn't realize how this was going to look on paper, yada, yada, yada. What I'm going to do now is instantaneously transfer all the money that we received from We Are Change donations into a separate account that I'm opening for We Are Change. There are a few different ways that he could have handled this properly.
Yeah, did he ever respond to any of this? Or did he ever respond to any of this? Or has he just been silent on the accusations?
As far as I can tell, we're dealing with complete silence on the accusations. This is just one thread on a web page, and I did actually look at the actual Chase photos of the actual documents or whatever, and unless somebody took a ridiculous amount of time in the Chase logo and customer service information and phone numbers, and I mean they're real statements. For sure. I'm not going to say that they have to be, unless somebody took that much time to fake them, but I seriously doubt it. So the statements are definitely real, but it's just a matter of, I would say it's for sure guilt, because like I said, there are ways that he could have handled it, that made perfect sense, that he could have explained it and been like, okay, I'm not a thief, but it looks like not only has he not been answering questions, but they even said earlier that there have been...
Hey, Derek, we're going to break again. We're going to cut off. So I'll hold you over, and we'll finish the conversation after the break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, final last hour of the show. Thank you for tuning in again, and definitely appreciate everybody out there tuning in, all the people listening on the low-powered stations as well as on the internet streams. Thank you very much. We got Derek from the Midwest on the line. We've been talking to him for the past 45 minutes or so about a number of very interesting subjects, and the topic of Luke Rudkowski and We Are Change came up. And I met Luke. I mean, I think Luke, he seems like a nice guy, but I met him a while ago. I met him about 3 years ago briefly. He seems like, at least from what I can tell, he seems like a good guy. But, of course, he's tied very closely in with Jones, and, of course, I have all sorts of questions about Jones. I think it's pretty clear that he is working for the establishment. And Derek, I don't know. I mean, this whole thing, I have to look into this whole college payment thing a little more deeply. I'm not exactly sure what to make of this, but it is something worth looking into, that's for sure, because I do remember people talking about some sort of We Are Change financing scandal, and I still have to verify if this is tied in with this whole thing with him maybe using We Are Change funds for college. I mean, we could give him the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to say. I have to remain neutral on the issue for now. But certainly, I'm going to look into this because obviously with his links with Jones and the prominence that he has, if he's siphoning funds that people have donated to We Are Change and it's being used for his own personal purposes, that's certainly not right. I mean, you see these big multinational corporations and CEOs and how they've done it on a much larger scale, and that's not right. And it's not right if he's doing it either. But is there anything else you want to add on this whole We Are Changed, Luke, this whole Luke thing that you have here?
Let's see here. There's actually, where was it? Okay, I read a little farther down on the page, and this is interesting because this is something that it probably would have hit me, but I didn't really think about it yet because I just stumbled upon this. Let's see. This is just some other guy that's posting on a thread. I haven't seen, or I haven't been on the prison plan forums for a couple of days. Are they covering this as well? I can't imagine the thread like this would be on there. Let's see. Sucks for We Are Changing Luke. The 9/11 Truth Movement has taken a life of its own in the media this year, including the media on the other side.